Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. So I'm in downtown Santa Cruz. This is a real quick video. I would just like to mention that there's a lot of confusion when it comes to the Bible, and I've been making videos to try to clear that up, but it's okay if it doesn't get cleared up, because this is the end and destiny is destiny. So we see in Revelation 1, that it says it ends with Christ coming with the clouds. Revelation 1 verse 7. Look, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him. And all peoples on earth will mourn because of him, so shall it be. So all the peoples on the earth will mourn, right? Their spirits will mourn. Dude, this guy's got honked for no reason. What was that about? That's it. There you go. There's an example of somebody who's going to mourn quite a bit, right? Trying to interrupt my video. So they do things like that, try to get a rise out of me, hoping that I just act up and they fume me and poison me. And sometimes it calms me down, right? But always it's a bad thing, and always it causes cognitive impairment. But anyway, so in Isaiah 30 it talks about how God strikes with cloud bursts. In Isaiah, in a different place, it says, to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? And the arm strikes with cloud bursts in Isaiah 30. So to whom has the martial art arm of the Lord been revealed, right? This warrior arm. Now, for those of you who struggle to understand why I'm right, first let's go through the list here real quickly of the people you might think magically would know magically better. Okay? I don't deal in magic, I deal in truth. The people in churches, they're not martial artists. They're just priests and preachers. They're just government shells, right? Same with the mosques and the synagogues. No offense to anybody. They don't know about martial arts. They don't know about the war spirit of God. They're cheating me out of my right to lead, and there's certain cultural barriers and religious barriers between me and them for a reason. Because my religion is universal, pinpointed moral precision. Their religion is a mere religion allowed by the state. It's allowed to amass a bunch of money because they're not a threat to the state. Well, I'm sabotaged in like every shape and form. It's pretty straightforward. And so, as we consider the differences, right? The other martial artists, right? If they say they're monotheistic, it's usually cheesy. You can see through their lie. They're just conformists. Then you have Buddhists and Shinto, and they're not monotheistic martial arts, so we don't have to even consider them. How can you strike with the martial art arm of God if you're not even a believer in God? If you don't believe in being righteous, how can you strike with righteousness? You believe in your respective religion. Again, no offense to them. Just got to go through the list. So the average person, right? Is the average person a great warrior, right? The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. Who can proclaim his mighty acts? No, the average person is not a great warrior. Right? Look around here, for example. You see anybody that's magically a great warrior of God? No. It's just me. And lots of them are white and Jewish, and every once in a while, you know, they're minorities and so on and so forth. And so it's like across the board, according to their groups and their deeds as an individual, according to their lifestyle, what have you. So when you see me these days, you see someone who's sabotaged, right? But you can still tell I'm a great warrior. So here, I think the reflection here probably won't show very well. You can tell that I have a certain natural martial prowess that other people don't have. And you've got to look to where you'd expect it to be. Now again, I don't care about race. I'm not a racist. I just call it how I see it. And my race happens to be the most cheated race on the planet, right? Of the 9 million people that starve to death and die of hunger-related issues, you better believe they're disproportionately of black African descent. Now why? Why would, when whites and Jews and LGBT people and token minorities take over the world, why would they disproportionately kill Africans who are in a very resource-rich place, who have survived for thousands and thousands of years? Why would it play out that way? Because they don't want you to know the truth about the divine order, about the martial order, about the fact that martial is marital scrambled and Christ is the bridegroom. And I'm Christ, the top martial artist ever possible. You see in Matthew, I want to say it's Matthew 26. Is that what it's saying here? Okay, Matthew 26, verse 64. It says, you have said so, Jesus replied, but I say to all of you, from now on you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven, right? It's a martial power, it's a mighty power, and I often speak of it in my videos, but I wanted to be on record saying that it here in Santa Cruz, in downtown Santa Cruz. Santa is Satan's scramble, right? Satan's cruise, but it's not just them. They're really symbolic of a great many types of people, right? Witchcraft happens to be very popular here. You know, pretending that science disproves this, that, and the other thing happens to be popular here. But they're just one city in America, okay? So to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? Not to the witches, not to the priests, not to people who refuse to acknowledge universal pinpoint and moral precision, not to people who want to argue scripture instead of arguing right and wrong. Okay, Christ seeks justice and righteousness. He doesn't seek a scripture debate, but righteousness and justice. However, you know, when you look at scripture, it just happens to be something that works in my favor when you do an effective comparison, because I'm a very insightful person and most people aren't. Most people wouldn't know how to argue that martial arts are the true martial arts, divine, morally precise martial arts is the true path of God. A lot of people haven't heard that martial arts are lifestyles and not mere activities. They don't know that true martial arts are about building character, and by default, whether martial artists in their various schools want to admit it to themselves or not, there's a kind of comparison taking place. Do you build more character as a Buddhist doing Kung Fu, as a Shinto doing karate, as an American military person doing American karate, or whatever? You see what I'm saying? Where is the truth in building character? Well, you can't cheat the righteous person out of his right to lead, right? And still build character. Okay, the throne is established in righteousness. The throne is for ruling. So I'm supposed to be in charge, and everyone who's righteous gives me my right to lead. So again, I've happened to have taken martial arts, various martial arts in my time, and I know some of these people to some degree historically. I haven't seen them in a while, but it's not to insult them, it's to clarify. Their paths are paths to conform to the world in various compartments. My path alone, and obeying God through me alone, is the one way to heaven. I am the way, the truth, and the life. There's not a bunch of ways, there is one way, and that is obeying God through me. Anyone who doesn't obey God through me doesn't go to heaven. It's just how it is. It's what God has assigned. We see that in Psalm 2. For those of you who doubt, they see in Psalm 2, it says, why do the nations plot in vain? Is it one nation? No. Is it two? No. Is it 10? No, it's all of them. Why do all the nations of the earth plot in vain? God has set me apart. We see that Jesus, as a character in the story, uses that argument. He says, how much more the one God set apart at his very own? He set me apart as the top martial artist ever, because Marshall is marital scrambled and Christ is the bridegroom. Even without the wordplay, who did you think was the Son of God? Some guy who's popular? Woe to you when all men speak well of you, because that's how their ancestors spoke of the false prophets. If they're popular, why are they popular? Why are they popular? Are they popular because of their network? Are they popular because they were persecuted for righteousness' sake? Are they popular for what reason? I'm not popular still, and I'm 43 years old, so why would they be popular? Because the wicked elevate their own. Beelzebub's followers elevate their own. And they reject universal pinpoint and moral precision, which is the religion of God. God is known by his righteous acts. God is exalted by his righteous acts. Now, God is exalted not just to the Jews, but God is exalted to everybody by the right.